Alright everyone, let's break down the LeBron James situation as the Los Angeles Lakers get ready for a crucial matchup against the Utah Jazz. This game could be a huge momentum builder heading into the All-Star break. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The Los Angeles Lakers are currently riding a fantastic wave, aiming to close out this pre-All-Star stretch with a phenomenal 7th consecutive victory. Imagine the confidence boost that would give them. Coming off a truly dominant 6-game winning streak, the Lakers have a really strong opportunity to keep their success rolling right along on Wednesday night when they face the Utah Jazz. This game carries extra weight, as it marks their second and final visit to Utah during this entire season. Every game matters, but you know these road games in a tough environment are particularly important. That's right, after tonight's showdown, the Lakers and Jazz won't face each other again for the rest of the regular season. It's their last chance to make a statement against this opponent. So, LA is laser-focused on securing a season sweep against a Jazz squad that's been struggling, and frankly, the odds are certainly in their favor. Not only are they considered the clear favorites by most analysts, but the encouraging news is that it looks like they'll have their undisputed leader and superstar, LeBron James, out on the court leading the charge. LeBron is currently listed as probable for the game. He's been battling that persistent soreness in his left ankle, which has been a recurring issue throughout the season. He's a warrior playing through pain, but you always have to keep an eye on these things. It's definitely an ongoing issue, but the good news, and this is something that Laker fans will be very relieved to hear, is that the abdominal tweak he seemed to suffer during Monday's game isn't expected to keep him on the sidelines for Wednesday's contest. That could have been a really concerning development, but thankfully it seems like he avoided any serious injury. Remember that moment? James headed back to the locker room in the fourth quarter against the Jazz, looking like he was in some discomfort due to the apparent abdominal issue. Thankfully, he made a relatively quick return to the bench, and he didn't appear to be in significant pain. That was a huge sigh of relief for everyone watching. So, let's say LeBron is ultimately upgraded to available and is officially good to go for the game. Should we anticipate any limitations on his minutes? The expectation is that we shouldn't. Barring any unexpected setbacks during warm-ups, it's likely that he'll be given the green light to play his usual workload. The 40-year-old, and it's still amazing to say that, led the scoring attack in the Lakers' previous game, efficiently dropping 24 points on 10 of 17 shooting from the field. He also chipped in with 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and a steal in just 29 minutes of action. That kind of all-around contribution is what makes him so valuable. Throughout this entire season, the incredible James, a remarkable 22-time All-Star, continues to defy expectations by putting up eye-popping numbers. He's averaging 24.4 points per game, grabbing 7.8 rebounds per game, and dishing out an impressive 9.0 assists per game, all while maintaining outstanding shooting percentages, 51.7% from the field overall and 39.2% from beyond the three-point arc, in around 34.6 minutes played across 47 games. Those numbers are just staggering at this stage of his career. As they head into this important matchup, the Los Angeles Lakers are considered to be the heavy favorites, and they are currently sporting a spread of -8.5. The odds makers are clearly confident in their chances. Now, let's take a closer look at the Utah Jazz and what they bring to the table. They've had a very difficult time going up against teams from their own conference, struggling to a 4-30 record against Western Conference opponents. To make matters worse, they've also struggled to perform well in close games, with a 6-22 record in games decided by 10 points or more. Those are some concerning statistics for Jazz fans. In contrast, the Lakers have fared much better against their Western Conference rivals, posting a solid 19-11 record in those contests. One area where they're looking to improve is their rebounding. They're currently near the bottom of the conference in that category, averaging just 41.8 rebounds per game. James leads the team with 7.8 rebounds per game. Overall, the Lakers have been absolutely on fire in their recent games. They've compiled an impressive 9-1 record in their last 10 outings. During this period, they've been averaging a whopping 119.0 points per game and shooting an excellent 52.2% from the field, which is a testament to their offensive efficiency and teamwork. On the other side, the Jazz have been struggling to find consistency in their recent performances. They have a 2-8 record in their last 10 games and have been averaging 113.5 points per game during that span. Alright Lakers faithful, let's get down to brass tacks. The burning question dominating Lakers Nation right now is whether our newest acquisition, the phenomenal Luka Doncic, will be ready to unleash his full fury on the Utah Jazz once again in their impending clash. The excitement is palpable, right? Can this five-time All-NBA first-team selection, now proudly sporting the purple and gold, pick up right where he left off and continue his masterful performance against the Jazz in this highly anticipated rematch? We're all eager to see him solidify his place as a key component of this Lakers squad. Doncic made his debut to much fanfare just this past Monday night, and fittingly, it was against the very same Utah Jazz. However, it's crucial to remember that he was operating under a carefully monitored minutes restriction during that game. This cautious approach was implemented due to his ongoing recovery from that nagging calf injury that, as many of you recall, he sustained way back on Christmas Day while still a member of the Dallas Mavericks. Now, according to the latest intelligence from ESPN's very own Dave McMenamin, the most recent update on Doncic's status is that he has unfortunately been downgraded to questionable for the Lakers' next contest. It appears that the Lakers' medical staff and coaching personnel are proceeding with an abundance of caution, diligently managing that calf strain to ensure no further setbacks occur. They're playing the long game here, prioritizing his long-term health and contributions to the team. But here's the silver lining, folks. Even in the event that Doncic is ultimately unable to suit up and contribute on the court, the Lakers, on paper, really should still possess the necessary firepower to handle this Utah Jazz team. The Jazz, as we all know, are currently deeply entrenched in a comprehensive rebuild, focusing on player development and future draft assets. With their sights set on the future, the Lakers absolutely must capitalize on this opportunity and take care of business. A loss here would be a significant setback. And switching gears to other injury-related concerns, the seemingly ageless wonder, LeBron James, is currently listed as probable for the game, battling through left ankle soreness. If you recall, he actually had to briefly exit Monday night's game against the Jazz because of the aggravation of that very same ankle. We can all cross our fingers that it proves to be nothing too serious and that he'll be able to perform at his usual high level. Concurrently, Austin Reeves is also listed as probable, displaying remarkable grit as he plays through a left elbow contusion. It certainly sounds as though both of these key players are fully committed to attempting to tough it out and contribute to the team's success. Their dedication is commendable. Adding further complexity to the Lakers' injury situation, rookie point guard Bronny James Jr., son of the aforementioned LeBron, is also listed as questionable for the upcoming game, battling through a left forearm muscle strain. It would certainly be exciting to see him get more minutes and contribute, but his health is paramount. And unfortunately, 3&D defensive specialist Dorian Finney-Smith has been officially ruled out of the game due to lingering soreness in his left ankle. He'll be missed for his defensive prowess and three-point shooting. Then we have several other players who remain on the sidelines. Maxi Kleber continues his rehabilitation process from the right foot surgery he underwent while still with the Dallas Mavericks organization. Cam Reddish is currently away from the team due to personal reasons, and backup point guard Gabe Vincent remains on the injured list, nursing soreness in his left knee. It's safe to say that the Lakers are navigating a moderately significant wave of injuries at this particular moment in the season. Reflecting back on Monday's dominant and decisive 132-113 victory over the Utah Jazz, a win that extended their winning streak to an impressive 6 consecutive games, by the way. It was the legendary LeBron James who spearheaded the Lakers' offensive attack, leading the team in scoring with a stellar 24-point performance. He also padded his already impressive stat line with 8 crucial assists and 7 rebounds, demonstrating his unwavering all-around excellence. A vintage LeBron performance, indeed. Finally, let's not forget to mention the Lakers' newest addition, Luka Doncic. In his limited 24 minutes of action on the court for Los Angeles, Doncic managed to contribute a respectable 14 points, secure 5 rebounds, and distribute 4 assists to his teammates. While it may not have been his most statistically efficient game, particularly with his shooting percentages, you could definitely catch glimpses of the undeniable brilliance and playmaking ability that he is so widely recognized and admired for. Let's all hope that he is deemed healthy enough to build upon that initial performance in the Lakers' next game and to further integrate himself into the team's offensive system. All right, Lakers Nation, hold on to your hats because the transaction wire is still buzzing. Just when you thought the aftershocks of the Luka Doncic megadeal had subsided, our Los Angeles Lakers are back at it again, fortifying the roster with a savvy addition to the frontcourt. We're talking about none other than veteran Ukrainian center, the 7-foot Alex Len. Len, most recently affiliated with the Washington Wizards, became an available commodity quite recently after the Wizards made the decision to waive him, effectively rendering him a free agent ripe for the picking. Now, the towering center is poised to trade the East Coast for the sunny skies of Southern California, ready to bring his size and experience to the Lakers' frontline and address a very evident need for depth at the center position. Let's rewind for a second and recap the landscape of the last few weeks. The Lakers, in a move that reverberated throughout the basketball world, orchestrated an absolutely monumental trade, landing the generational talent that is Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. And now, showcasing their unwavering commitment to assembling a championship-contending squad around Doncic, the front office has wasted no time in officially reaching an agreement with the experienced Alex Len, eager to inject his imposing presence and veteran savvy into the Lakers lineup. For those of you who may have momentarily lost track amidst the whirlwind of roster moves, Len actually commenced the current NBA season as a member of the Sacramento Kings, providing some valuable veteran depth to their frontcourt rotation. However, his stint in California's capital proved to be relatively fleeting, as he was subsequently traded to the Washington Wizards as part of a multi-team deal that saw Marcus Smart rerouted from Memphis to DC. Alas, Len's stint in the nation's capital was even shorter-lived, as the Wizards ultimately made the decision to waive him shortly after the trade deadline concluded, paving the way for his eventual arrival in Los Angeles. Statistically dissecting Len's performance this season, it's evident that his numbers haven't exactly set the league on fire. During his limited minutes on the court, he's been averaging a modest 1.4 points per game and hauling in approximately 1.8 rebounds per contest. Thus, it's reasonable to assume that the Lakers aren't primarily banking on Len to transform into an offensive juggernaut or a nightly double-double threat. But here's the crucial context to keep firmly in mind, Lakers faithful. The primary impetus behind the acquisition of Alex Len transcends mere statistical contributions. Rather, it's strategically designed to address one of the Lakers' most glaring areas of vulnerability and fortify a position of relative weakness: the need for a reliable, imposing, and experienced presence in the paint. After all, we must not lose sight of the fact that the Lakers were compelled to part ways with the immensely talented Anthony Davis to successfully pry Luka Doncic away from the Mavericks in that aforementioned blockbuster trade. Consequently, enlisting the services of a seasoned veteran like Alex Len will undoubtedly help replenish our somewhat depleted center position, provide some much-needed size and rim protection. Indeed, I'm certain that many of you vividly recall that the Lakers were seemingly on the cusp of finalizing a separate trade to acquire the promising young center Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets just a short while ago. However, that potential transaction, which would have seen rookie Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and 2 draft picks head to Charlotte, ultimately unraveled at the 11th hour after Williams reportedly failed to pass the physical examination mandated by the Lakers' medical staff. This unfortunate turn of events forced the Lakers to swiftly pivot and resume their tireless pursuit of an impactful center who could seamlessly integrate into their evolving roster. This is where Alex Len entered the picture, presenting the Lakers with a viable and readily available solution to their frontcourt quandary. A former lottery pick with over a decade of NBA experience under his belt, Len brings a wealth of knowledge, a sturdy frame, and a commendable work ethic to the table. While he may not possess the same tantalizing upside as a younger, more unproven prospect, Len's reliability, positional size, and familiarity with various offensive and defensive schemes make him a valuable asset to a Lakers team with championship aspirations. Furthermore, it's worth noting that Len's contract situation aligns perfectly with the Lakers' long-term financial flexibility. By inking him to a deal for the remainder of the season, the Lakers retain the option of re-evaluating his fit within the team's overall structure come the summer of 2025. This provides them with the freedom to either bring him back on a new contract or explore alternative avenues for bolstering their frontcourt should a more compelling opportunity arise. The Lakers had to waive someone to make room, and that someone was Christian Wood, who hasn't played since last February and was dealing with a knee injury. Wood signed with the Lakers hoping to be a stretch big, but it never panned out. In summary, while Alex Len may not be the flashiest or most high-profile addition to the Los Angeles Lakers, his acquisition represents a shrewd and practical move designed to address a specific area of need and enhance the team's overall depth as they embark on what they hope will be a deep and successful playoff run. He's been around the league, and will hopefully provide valuable rebounding and interior defense off the bench.